actually really like Tulsa, and going to Mississippi and then coming back and leaving really quick makes me a little sad. It is really a beautiful city. They have such fun things like bike holders shaped like bikes. So we're gonna go in and get our trip food: string cheese, carrots, salami, probably some water. Well, probably not water, but
You'll need water.
Buttermilk or something. Anyway, Kaya wants to tell you guys something.
So I have been doing pictures, and they're for sale, and some of them have Dirtpatcheaven written on it. To advertise Dirtpatcheaven, and some of them have Deep South Homestead, and there's one that's Hot Ones.
The funny thing in looking back is that I didn't even get a video with Danny and Wanda. When I first got there, Wanda's like, okay, we need to find some time and hide off somewhere and get a video together. And guess what? That never happened. We got lots of hugs in, we got lots of talk in. Danny and I sat and talked about the state of the world and robots. And Wanda and I had lots of hugs as we passed each other, but we never actually got to sit down and take a video. So I love them. I have been watching them forever.
You gotta buy tickets?
Where's Stacy?
Where's the tours?
They're out in the tour right now.
Oh yeah? They're giving the tour? Hi girl. I couldn't just give it up.
That wasn't fair. I'm like, when are they gonna get here?
How are you? How are you?
Where's Wanda? Where's Wanda? Where's Danny and Wanda?
You know, walking around showing stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing that wrong. You're supposed to turn it around and...
Oh, I'm fully aware of it.
Where's the other one?
They don't let anybody
That's
in this place.
That's what I was saying. I mean, I'm waiting for the ticket guy to show up.
Water or moonshine?
Can I get a hug?
Both.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. How's it going?
Good.
You have a good trip?
Almost.
Porch time with Danny.
Yeah, porch time.
I think Danny's beard grew a little.
Now, I'm going to tell you. I'm a Homestead hippie.
No, let's play right here. Let's play right here. Right here. No, Homestead is playing. I can't play right there. Okay, let's just play right here.
Good time, and then today everyone's, people are already showing up. People drove from all around to hang out, and I think that's really cool because that's what we're trying to do is build community so people can learn skills, and do this thing where they're living a simpler life and being more self-sufficient. So I think that's the main goal for all of our channels, and we're hoping that comes across on the videos, and when we go to these events that you see all the people showing up with different channels, different areas, and they're all coming together so we can all kind of hang out and get some face time.
Yep. Hey guys, we're here with Angie's Pantry, and if you want to know about dehydrating and lovely homemade food.
Yep, I cook, I dehydrate, I do a lot of pet cleaning, I make dog treats for the dogs, I have 2 recipes, and yeah, goodies. I do a Throwback Thursday video every week. Yeah.
Okay, so make sure to go check her out, and you will see a little bit of an interview on her channel of us, so make sure to go give them a thumbs up.
Thanks everyone, big hugs.
Hey guys, so we are here with Living on a Dime, and I have been following them. I'm trying to think how I originally found your channel. I think, was Danny talking about it, or was it Brad? It was
Brad,
from the Homestead Network.
Yeah, Brad.
Okay, so that's how it was.
We were on that together.
Yeah,
yep.
we were on the Homestead Network, and her channel is really focused on frugal living, emphasis on recipes, and living with some, I think it's a disability, but I don't think a lot of people consider it a disability. It's fibromyalgia.
And chronic fatigue syndrome, both.
Yeah.
I got a double wing.
And it's becoming more and more common
Yeah.
to have those kind of fun.
Yeah, let's call it fun, shall we?
Fun challenges and adventures in life. But it's something that is more and more common, and in my opinion, a lot of that is addressed with the food that you eat, the lifestyle that you have, how much stress you have in your life. And so I think it would be fun if we did some collaborations. It turns out that I drove right past her house when we went through Colorado, so that would have been fun. But their website is livingonadime.com. They do have a cookbook that is...
Dining on a Dime.
We both have one. Ta-da!
Hey, we're prepared.
But you also have ebooks.
Yeah, so we have 53 ebooks and print books, but Dining on a Dime is our only print book.
Okay.
Just because ebooks are simpler, we don't have to, you know, store them in our garage or anything like that, pay for
expensive
all of them.
printing and shipping and everything
Yeah,
else.
and so we have a huge collection, but Dining on a Dime is our #1. People want to eat better, spend less. This is it. And we demonstrate, at livingonadime.com, we demonstrate all of our all of our recipes in our videos on YouTube. But we have livingonadime.com because we know there's a lot of people like us who can't afford these things. So we want to make sure that they can get the information. And
it's just consolidated here. If you want it all in one place and you don't have to
Yeah.
go watch a ton of videos, this is so easy.
Yeah, but watch a ton of videos. It helps us
Well,
out
yeah,
too.
watch a ton. And your live show is the one that I really love, probably because that's how I first found you guys. You guys still do a live show, but it's on Facebook, right?
Both Facebook and YouTube.
Is it YouTube too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on both Facebook and YouTube Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 4:30 Mountain.
Okay.
And you can see everything I mess up. Or you can see me doing the toilet paper. Apparently, we really impressed everyone with our toilet paper video where I tested the cost per wipe, people.
Hey guys, so we got back from our trip to Deep South and I have a whole bunch of things I want to share. I only had 2 channels that asked to do a collaboration with me, which really surprised me. So instead what I did is I went to everybody's booth and I bought some little things so that I could talk about their channel. And so I'm super excited to share that with you. This is, I think it's called Fat Pine, and it's actually from Danny and Wanda's property. And you use it as a fire starter. It smells amazing. It smells like pine, obviously, because it is pine. But they actually have this on their Etsy store. It's a wonderful product. It's totally natural, and it just smells good. It makes me think of them when I see it. They also have books. They have their sweet potato growing book. They have their what they call English peas book. English peas for us would probably be something like a snow pea. When I say peas, that's all I mean, because we have cold weather peas, whereas in the South you have other kind of peas like pink eye purple hull, which is our favorite. And then I couldn't leave without getting some blueberry jam from Danny and Wanda. One of my favorite places to stay is Danny and Wanda's because of how they cook, so I do highly recommend their book. Alright, the next one is, oh, and I have the other bar for this. The other one is homesteadmama.org, and she actually has her products on Azure Standard. She has her essential oils on Azure Standard, and she had, but at a significantly decreased price from what a lot of the multi-level marketing essential oils are, so that's pretty exciting. And she gave me a bug bar that's in a little deodorant bar that's meant for keeping bugs away, but I went back to her booth because I do like to have a little bit invested in these products so that I don't know, I think it helps me pick the product better if I pay for it. And so this is the one that really got me excited. It's called Happy Face. It's called Happy Face Organic Wild Face and Repair Cream, and it was not inexpensive. I think it was $14, but you get a lot of product. I've been using it the last few nights, and I've noticed that I have a lot of redness in my skin. I've noticed that the redness in my skin has come down, and I have a really sensitive neck. I break out on my neck, which is really weird. But if something is not pure, I will react to it on my neck. And I've been able to use this on my neck and it hasn't bothered me. I like the smell of her little bug bar. Again, it's not inexpensive. When you use essential oils and when you use the natural oils, it is very expensive to create them. And then you have the cost of a jar. And my mom used to make soaps and lotions and things like that, and it was actually the jar that was most expensive. And this one, I'll waste a little bit of product so you can see. This one has the neatest pump. And let's see if it'll focus. That's what it looks like. It's not greasy, it's more like, I don't want to call it a gel, but it's closer to a gel than something greasy, so it doesn't stain your clothes. And what it smells like is ylang.
Eucalyptus.
No, it's ylang ylang.
Ylang. Ylang.
No.
Can I smell?
Yeah.
Can I
Come smell it. It smells really good. I love that smell.
Mm,
And
that is so
also,
good. It's also kind of
smells
like
good, huh?
mint.
it's also kind of like mint. And so she said, because I've had these irritations from the chlorine, she said if I got something with that ylang ylang in it, it would help things calm down. But I just use this on my face. I
Get your face to calm down.
get my face to calm down. Okay, so there's that one. I want to make sure I get through everything. Oh, here it is, the bug bar. I didn't realize I pulled it out of my purse. So I like to keep something that is a little bit moisturizing in my purse at all times, just because my skin does react and I need something to help it calm down. And so this, focus, not on my face. There we go, the bug bar. Okay, Kai's gonna go cuddle with Daddy for a minute. So, their phone number is 901-326-9324, and then it's homesteadmama.org. And then this was actually something I was looking for really hard when I got there. I was hoping there'd be something like this. This is a deodorant bar, and it is made with coconut oil. Let's see if I can find it. Coconut oil, beeswax, arrowroot, and tea tree essential oil. And a lot of times I use the oil-based deodorants in the little jars, but they're $14. And a lot of times the amount of baking soda that it has in it irritates my skin. My skin is very easily irritated, and it is always happier when it's an oil base. And I have found that the oil-based deodorants actually prevent any smell. It works better than the organic stuff in the store. And I actually like this one better than the one in the jar. I'll see if I can find the jar. You can see that I've used this one up, and it's the Primal Pit Paste, and this one is in Jasmine, and I actually really love the smell. Stop looking in my face. I actually love the smell, and you can see that I've used it all, but this was $14 for this little thing. And I have to actually go into the health food store to get it. But this one is Brenda's Homemade Basics, and I don't know if that's a website or not. But they're on Etsy. So they're on Etsy, Facebook, and YouTube, and it's Brenda's Homemade Basics. And that's all I have on the tube. So I'm not exactly sure how easy that's going to be to find. Hopefully you can find it. I'll try and find her link so I can put it in the description below. This one is quite a bit more oily than what I'm used to. I used to just use basic 100% baking soda. Come on, focus. Baking soda on my armpits, and what happened was that at one point, all of a sudden I opened a new box and I started to have these terrible rashes, and it wasn't working anymore. So I don't know how they changed that, but I can't use baking soda as deodorant anymore. And so something like this, I'll see if I can show you how. It's quite a bit greasier. It doesn't really smell like anything.
Well, it has a titch. If you
smell really hard, it almost smells like tea tree oil, but not really. I mean, you really have to get in there and stick your nose in. So this one is more greasy. So when you store it, make sure to store it upright, because if you are somewhere really hot, it's going to melt all over everything. And it's $5. So almost what you could do is take something like this and scoop it out of this one and put it in here when you're traveling, so that you have a tight lid, because when you're traveling, if you leave this in a hot car, it's going to melt all over everything. So this might be a better solution if you're in warm areas.
Put it in the fridge too.
You could put it in the fridge, but it's hard to get your fridge in your car when you're
right,
traveling.
No, I'm saying at home during a hot day.
And if you're in a car, you could put it in a cooler.
To store.
You could put it in a cooler. Alright, on to the next one. Now this was lovely. This was so fun. So, one of the channels out there, whose face I remember, but whose name I do not remember, made these from their own grapevines. They're wreaths. And he likes to stack them like this. So
Can I wear the small one as a crown?
I don't know if it'll work.
Can
I don't think it works as well as a crown.
Can you hand the small one to me, please?
Oh no, I've ruined my hair for the day.
Oh, can you hand the small one?
Let's see, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me first disentangle myself from your lovely idea.
Sorry.
So whoever you were, because I don't remember, my brain with that many names, I know your face, I know what shirt you were wearing, but I don't remember what your channel was, and we only had like a very in the moment passing as you handed these to me. So I really appreciate them. I love these kind of gifts. It means I have a piece of your homestead at my homestead, but let me know in the link in the comments what your channel name is. Just because I did meet too many people to remember unless it has a label on it. So these are beautiful. This was one that I was really intrigued by. I tried to get something different. I tried to get something different from everybody's booth. That way I wasn't showing soap from everybody's booth. And this one really, really kind of got me. It's whipped lavender soap. And it's so pretty, and it has this little spoon that goes with it, like that. See that? We're good. I just need to be able to sit. Okay, so this is what it looks like, and you have the cute little spoon. And what I thought was that I would take like a whole scoop, because a lot of times these natural products, you know, it takes a lot of them. So I took a very sizable scoop out of it, and it turned out that what you actually need is a very tiny scoop, like a 1/4 of a teaspoon, to get your whole face. So if your face is already wet, and then you take a 1/4 of a teaspoon of this jar will last you for forever. If you take a big teaspoon and a half, like I did, you are going to waste it, and you're going to be able to soap up your whole body. So it smells, the one thing I wasn't sure of is whether or not the scent in it was essential oils or whether it was perfume.
It kind of smells a little bit like chocolate.
Does it smell like chocolate?
I think so.
Really?
I think it smells a little bit like chocolate.
Huh. Okay, so it has coconut oil, olive oil, sweet almond oil, sodium hydroxide, and lavender essential oil.
So the smell, I think, would be that almond oil or whatever.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think it might be.
I wonder if maybe they have some food coloring in it or some other kind of scent, because it doesn't exactly smell like lavender to me, but I really liked the concept, and I liked how it felt on my face last night when I washed my face, and I liked how compact it was. And I think the packaging was super cute. So this was made by Southern Pines. Sorry, it didn't have, oh, there it is. Southern Pines. Southern Pines Kreations, and Kreations is with a K. Southern Pines Kreations, and they have a phone number, 850-674-3302. So if you want to get a hold of them, I don't know if they also have a website or not, but I used this last night, and that's one of the reasons it took me so long to get the video out, is I do try to try the products before I talk about them so that it's actual. Honey, the coloring. Oh, speaking of which, at the beginning, Kaya was talking about her Etsy drawings. She has these up for 99 cents a piece, and she is trying to become an entrepreneur. So if any of you would like to have one of her pictures, they're amazing and beautiful.
What about mine?
And Paige also has amazing and beautiful pictures out there too. I need to take more pictures of them so I can put them up. Okay. So this is something really fun that happened to all the channels that came to the gathering. Two Family had these little plaques made for everybody. And I mean, that was a huge labor of love. They're beautiful. They're finished. And then if you missed it, they gave Danny and Wanda this big map plaque that is sitting behind them in their live showroom in their studio in their house, which was super fun. And Two Family did an amazing job. They helped Danny and Wanda with all the video. They made sure everybody got on and did part of the live stream. And so big shout out to Two Family. If you really want to know about tech and you're trying to start a YouTube channel, they're very good to watch. They do a lot of tutorials on that kind of thing, and they're very professional, and we absolutely love them to pieces, so go check them out, and I will put them in the link. Okay, so anybody that was there knew that people are trying to get together money for Danny and Wanda to get their cabin finished, so that when everybody comes to see Danny and Wanda, they have somewhere to put them. And Jen, Danny's actual daughter, not me, Danny's actual daughter, We had a mix-up between names up on the stage where he kept calling me Jen.
Oh.
Yeah, every time he said my name, it was Jen. Anyway, I think she and I actually look alike, so I think that's fine. So she's doing Pampered Chef, and up through the 24th, I think, is when the proceeds of the Pampered Chef are going towards Danny and Wanda's little tiny house. And the thing that I want from Pampered Chef, which I think I've been to a couple of parties before, but the thing that really got me excited was the garlic slicer.
Hey. Oh yeah, that was the 24th of March, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I did forget. Okay, so this is from Grandma Rose, and I think these are so pretty. She had so many cute things there, and this is the one that I took when she offered me something. I was about to run out the door, so I didn't have time to pay for anything, but she did hand this to me, and I think it's so stinking cute. She also has a pattern, a sock pattern on Ravelry that's, I think it's a Free Spirit, and she told me what the pattern name is, but I will put it in the link in the description below under Grandma Rose. But I love this. She's so good at this. She did such a good job on it. It's very thick. It's not just one layer. It's actually quilted. So I think this is so cute. It has all these little pioneer ladies knitting. How much cuter does it get? The last one, and everybody had pictures of this food all over Facebook. So 7D Farm. 7D Farm, and a lot of what they had was wheat. They had some that was gluten-free, so it had a lot of rice flour and tapioca flour, that kind of thing. But they also had paleo. This is a cauliflower pizza crust with cauliflower, Parmesan cheese, mozzarella cheese, oregano, basil, red pepper flakes, garlic powder, egg, and salt. And they just wrapped it up in plastic wrap, and I did try it while I was there, but apparently you can just warm this up and the cheese melts and it actually turns into a self-contained pizza. You don't have to add salt or anything to it. So I'm going to open it up and see what the girls think of it. And it was not inexpensive. I think it was like $6 for this, but you know, sometimes when you're hungry and you haven't had anything that tastes remotely like pizza for a long time, it feels like this kind of treat is a really big deal. And they also had things like sourdough bread. I'm a little bit embarrassed that I don't have anything to show from these guys, but tannerspecans.com. They are really good friends of Danny and Wanda, and they keep them supplied in pecans. I think they even sent them pecan flour at one point, and Danny was able to do a pecan-crusted venison steak that was some of the best food I've ever had in my life. So Leslie and Danny came to the Deep South Homestead conference, and they had these enormous chocolate bunnies, and they had all these pecans, and they were wonderful, but unfortunately the ones I bought are already gone, so I can't show them to you, but I do want to tell you about them because they are amazing. So on Facebook, it's Tanner's Pecans and Candies, and then their website is Tanner's with an S, tannerspecans.com. And let's make sure I got that right, because they really are incredibly good. Not Tanner's Pecans, tannerspecan.com. And they have all sorts of amazing things, goodies, candies, nuts, and everything like that. They're really worth checking out, obviously, because it's the first thing I used up. The other thing that I forgot, because it was in my handbag, was Haven Habitats Natural Lotion Bar. I love to keep anything that I can put on my knuckles because I knit, and if I have calluses or anything, it makes my calluses catch on my wool when I'm spinning or knitting, and so I like to keep this in my purse, and I had totally run out. And this one is gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, and it smells heavenly. So that one, make sure to go check them out. It seems like a very nice product. And once again, they don't have a website, so it's Haven Habitats, and I'll see if I can find them a website or an Etsy store to give you the link. So those are some other products that we tried while we were there, and if I missed anybody, I am so sorry. I wasn't trying to miss anybody. I tried to get everybody, but yeah, it's really good. I did my best, and go check everybody out, and I love you guys, and we'll talk to you later. Okay, so we're not going to move around right now. We're not going to move around right now. I'm trying really hard to get this done, kiddo. And with your little chattering.
Is that the book?
No, it's not.
See, that is stay here.
Just stay here
quiet,
for a minute, and
let
then
Mom
I
get
will
through
let
the
you
video.
escape. I promise. I will let you escape in a
Dad's
minute.
been looking to escape for a while.
It's been really nice to be here with them, so we're trying to make the most of our time for the next few days. And the funny thing in looking back is that I didn't even get a video with Danny and Wanda. When I first got there, Wanda's like, okay, we need to find some time and hide off somewhere and get a video together. And guess what? That never happened. We got lots of hugs in, we got lots of talk in. Danny and I sat and talked about the state of the world and robots. And Wanda and I had lots of hugs as we passed each other, but we never actually got to sit down and take a video. So I love them. I have been watching them forever. I've actually known Doug and Stacy longer. We found Doug and Stacy really early. We've known Doug and Stacy for a couple years. 2 years or 3 years, I don't remember. But then we met Danny and Wanda, so they really do feel like family when we see them. And all of you, it feels like family once we meet you. And I have some really fun wool collaborations coming up with Dana. I think it's Dana Sullivan. I have to remember. I have a hard time remembering names versus channels. So we're going to be doing some fun wool collaborations, hopefully. And now I'm just jabbering on and on. I'm going to have to cut all this out, so why am I still talking? Was there anything else I needed to say? Oh, it looks like Josh from Essential Mountain Homesteading is going to be doing a sawmill and DIY building tutorial meet and greet get together at his place up in northern Idaho. It's northern Idaho, and he is setting up a Facebook page so that he can let you all decide if you're coming or not. He's really good at what he does. It's really fun to work with him, and a lot of it is just going to be a meet and greet. So if you're in our neck of the woods in Idaho or Oregon and you want to come to that, it's going to be the last week in May. We don't have an exact day yet. It might be the first week of June, last week of May. We're kind of trying to figure that out, but we'd be excited to see you there. I don't know how long I'll actually be up there for that because it's really his shindig, but he has invited me. And so if you want to see us and you are in the Northwest, we would love to see you. Did I forget anything? And a big shout out to Bobby. Bobby drove with me all the way to Mississippi with a broken arm. We ride together, and she broke her arm riding, and she still came with me to Mississippi. So big shout out to Bobby. Shout out to Nikki. I'm gonna miss both of you. And
It would sound better if it was shout out to Okie Girl. Not really.
Well, now you've said who it is.
Well,
everybody knows what her name is. I say her
yeah,
name.
you said her name a lot.
I don't say her last name.
Right.
Make sure to like, share, and subscribe.
Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And go check out our Facebook page, our Pinterest, our Instagram. I'm trying to get better at the Instagram again.
Hit the bell.
Well, I don't know if you want to hit the bell or not. Those notifications absolutely drive me crazy. If I'm on my, if my phone's dinging at me every time somebody puts something up, I'd rather just go check once a day and make sure I didn't miss anybody. So if you guys want help with your channels, I do consultations. I know there's some of you out there that feel like you want to take your channel to the next level, but you don't know how to do it. We're happy to do that. I do charge for them, unfortunately, because I have to go spend a couple hours looking at your channel in order to really figure out what your next step is. And so if we can help you that way and help my family at the same time, that's good all around. And
make sure to like, share, and subscribe again.
We'll talk to you later.